The first thing, people talk about everyone is pro-Israel until they're not. There's no candidate that begins by saying, I'm not pro-Israel. No one ever goes in that direction. So everybody's pro-Israel until they're not pro-Israel. Barack Obama was pro-Israel in 2008. He ran a very pro-Israel campaign. Everybody said he's pro-Israel. He, like many who preceded him, promised to move the American embassy to Jerusalem. And so he was everything that you could ask for in a candidate until he was elected, and then he stopped being a candidate, that stopped being a president that was good for Israel. This is something that I'm convinced is a characteristic of Hillary Clinton as well, and we'll get to Hillary in a minute. But the way to look at when you look at any candidate, I think the thing to do is not to look at what they say, but the first thing is to look at what they do. And the one thing that we did early on in the Trump campaign was the Republican platform. I would urge everybody to just take a look at the Republican platform in Israel. It's not long, but it's very, very substantive and very much worth looking at. We put the Republican platform together over the summer. It was a collaboration of the Trump campaign, the Republican delegates, and a number of groups that were very strong on Israel. Some of those were Jewish groups. Regrettably, the most vocal pro-Israel groups that we dealt with were the Christian evangelicals. The evangelicals came to me and said, we want this to be a strong platform. What do you think about reintroducing to the platform Jerusalem being the eternal, indivisible capital of the Jewish people? And I said, sold, absolutely. Well, how about putting in there that we're going to maintain Israel's military superiority under all circumstances? Done. How about no daylight at all between the United States and Israel? And I said, that's exactly what we want, so sure. We went issue by issue, item by item, and I don't want to minimize the help of some very good people on the Jewish side as well. Joe Sabag, Jeff Balaban were both tremendously helpful in this. But we put together a platform that, frankly, by a wide margin, is the most pro-Israel platform of either party in the history of this country. There is no longer a reference to a two-state solution, which has been this is important, two-state solution is important subject, I don't want to minimize this, but just for now, no reference to a two-state solution, which was identified by George Bush as an American imperative, and certainly has been followed by Obama as an American imperative. And most importantly, the Republican platform that, with respect to Judea and Samaria, Israel is not an occupier, which is contrary to 50 years of UN positions, and frankly, almost that long, of the position of the United States. So, a lot of people speak about voting for Donald Trump because they hate Hillary Clinton. And I certainly don't want to discourage people from doing that. But I've never, from my perspective, I've never been about vote for Donald Trump because he's not Hillary Clinton. It's vote for Donald Trump because Donald Trump is going to usher in to American foreign policy a relationship with Israel that the United States has never seen before, and that Israel has never seen before.